say you're done with Strikeforce and all that, but it seems like one guy that you have a connection with or relationship with is Gilbert, who seems very agitated and unhappy. I don't know. How do you make him? How do you keep him happy and interested?
It is what it is. He's in this deal. He's one of the big stars over at Strikeforce, and you know, I tried to get in there and make that thing better with the guys, and it just didn't work out. So it is what it is. He's in that deal, you know, and he's a big boy. He gets it.
What was the specific thought process behind getting Jamie Varner? I mean, I know you said he's a former champ. You have a lot of respect for him. But, you know, what does a guy have to do to specifically get called back up by you, and why was he
Joe Silva was working hard on getting Varner back into the UFC. There was some stuff that was going on he was telling me about tonight that I didn't even know. And they got it worked out, and, you know, the kid has won and earned his shot back into the UFC, and he definitely got it tonight.
And do you specifically think that you needed more guys in the mix at 155? Is that, you know, is that part of it? Or?
No, I just think that, you know, if a guy deserves to be in the UFC and he's on a however many fight streak or whatever it was, Joe Silva is the best matchmaker in the business. You know, I rarely argue with the dude because you can't fucking win an argument with him anyway. But I rarely argue with the guy when he says he wants to do something. Yeah, I'm not involved in all the legal stuff that's going on with Jones. You know, but yeah, he flew out a few nights ago and sat down with me and Lorenzo and talked, and you know, I like John Jones. He's a good guy. He's a young kid. You know, he made a mistake that night, and we'll see what happens. That's why when everybody's so quick to start calling pound for pound best in the world, there's so much more that goes along with being. You know, when you look at Anderson still, you know, Anderson has been the champion since he's been in the UFC pretty much. The guy has broken every UFC record, never has any problems, you know, shooting commercials left and right now. I mean, the guy in every way, shape, and form, you know, he's a pain in my ass sometimes, you know, but that's what we do. I think that Anderson Silva is, I think he's the greatest mixed martial artist ever. I think we support John. You know, I haven't come out and, believe me, you guys know when I don't support somebody and I disagree. Mayhem Miller. You know, he's a young kid, man. He's a young kid, and he's going to need a lot of guidance. A lot of guidance. The kid is incredibly talented, starting to make tons of money, and he's getting really famous. So those are all the recipes for disaster.
Does it affect your sponsorship of him at all?
Does it affect what?
The UFC sponsorship
no.
of him and that?
You know, if something like that was going to happen, we would have already come out and said, you know, that we're upset with John or whatever. I mean, I don't want our fighters at the end of their career to be broke and not have paid their taxes and don't do this and don't do that. And then you guys look at the whole PED side of this with what's going on, and then you look at guys getting in trouble. I mean, there's just so much that goes on. And then, you know how much shit goes on that you guys don't even know about? I mean, the stuff that we're talking about is the stuff that's public. The stuff that you see, you know, and it's in the, you know how much shit goes on that you have no idea that goes on? We're dealing with human beings, and I don't think that you have this I don't even know how you could do that. How you could have a code, you know, what if you say this happens, if you do this, that happens. You take it case by case and you deal with it. I don't know, as it should be dealt with. But the other thing that's different than us is we're regulated by the government too. So it's a completely different business model than any other sport.